The laboratory door explodes. Glass everywhere. Screams echo through the concrete corridors. Something moves too fast for eyes to follow, a shadow with claws. A scientist runs, stumbles, looks back. Two yellow eyes gleam in the darkness. And then, silence. But how did we get to this moment? What if I told you that scientists are closer than you think to bringing dinosaurs back to life? I'm not talking about movies. I'm talking about real laboratories, DNA preserved in amber, and technology that exists today. And the first candidate? The velociraptor, the perfect hunter, fast, intelligent, deadly. But before you think this is amazing, let me show you what would really happen if tomorrow scientists announced they managed to recreate a velociraptor. First, let's talk about DNA. Did you know we've already found genetic material preserved in mosquitoes trapped in amber for millions of years? Sounds like a movie story, but it's real. The problem? The DNA is broken, fragmented, like a puzzle with 90% of the pieces missing. But here's the scary part. Scientists can already fill those gaps using DNA from modern birds. Because yes, dinosaurs and birds share similar genetic structures. That chicken you ate for lunch has genetic code that scientists could use to complete a velociraptor's DNA. Now imagine, a laboratory in New York, elite team, billions of dollars invested, and finally, it works. The first velociraptor egg created in a laboratory begins to crack. Scientists observe from behind bulletproof glass. What comes out isn't a giant monster from the movies. It's small, the size of a turkey, covered in dark feathers, alert eyes, curious. But that's not the best part. Velociraptors were pack hunters, intelligent like dolphins. They could communicate, plan ambushes, work as a team. Imagine creating not one, but an entire pack. Because no zoo or biotech company would stop at just one specimen, right? They want profit. They want attractions. They want the real-life Jurassic Park. And this is where everything starts to go wrong. First week after birth, the velociraptors grow 3 times faster than expected. Nobody knows why. Maybe it's the modified DNA. Maybe it's because we're messing with forces we don't fully understand. They start testing the limits, scratching the glass, observing the handler's behavior patterns, learning. Second week, one of them discovers how to open the electronic lock. Yes, you heard that right. Velociraptors had extremely skillful claws. They could manipulate objects. And with millions of years of survival instinct coded into their DNA, they're patient. They wait for the right moment. And then what you saw at the beginning of this video happens. 3 a.m, night shift. Only 2 security guards in the building. A short circuit, or was it sabotage, shuts down the magnetic locks for 15 seconds. It's enough time. The pack gets out. 6 velociraptors loose in a research complex in downtown New York. Can you imagine? Predators designed to kill, loose in a modern city. They don't attack out of rage. They attack because it's what they do. Pure instinct. And here's the scariest detail. Velociraptors hunt at night. But let's go back a bit. Let's talk about what would really happen if this were possible today. First, who would control this technology? Governments, private companies, billionaires obsessed with ego. Because once you can recreate a velociraptor, you have the key to recreate any extinct species, and that's worth billions of dollars. Tourism, military research, bioengineering. Everyone wants a piece of this discovery. Second, environmental impact. A velociraptor doesn't belong to our ecosystem. If one escaped, and let's be honest, something always escapes, it would have no natural predators. It could reproduce, spread. Imagine an invasive species but with 6-inch claws and a speed of 40 miles per hour. Third, ethics. Do we have the right to bring back something that disappeared so long ago? Just because we can do something? Does that mean we should? These animals lived in a completely different world, different air, different temperature. They don't belong here. But even knowing all this, you're still curious, aren't you? Because deep down, there's something in us that wants to see a real dinosaur. Touch it. Feel it. Prove to ourselves that these incredible creatures really existed. And companies know this. That's why there are already secret projects happening right now. Laboratories with windowless walls, Confidentiality contracts, anonymous investors. What if tomorrow you woke up and saw on the news, first velociraptor successfully recreated in American laboratory? What would your reaction be? Fear? Fascination? Or that strange mixture of both? What if I told you that the technology to do this already exists? CRISPR, gene editing, advanced cloning. All the ingredients are on the table. We just need someone brave or crazy enough to push the button. So tell me something. Would you have the courage to visit a dinosaur zoo? To stand just a few feet away from a living velociraptor, only glass between you and one of the most efficient predators that ever existed? And if you could choose which dinosaur to recreate first, would it really be the velociraptor? Or would you choose something less dangerous? Comment down below. I want to know, are you part of the team that would be scared to death or the team that would buy tickets in pre-sale? And if you enjoyed this Jurassic journey through the dangers and wonders of recreating dinosaurs, leave that Jurassic like down here. Share it with that friend who's been obsessed with dinosaurs since childhood. They need to see this. And look, if you kept thinking about the velociraptor, just wait until you discover what would happen if the T-Rex came back to live in modern times. That video will be appearing on your screen now. Click there and let's continue this prehistoric journey together. Because in the end, maybe the question isn't, can we bring dinosaurs back? Maybe the right question is, should we?